Yo, what is up? My name is Josh Ovenden and you're watching Josh's Happiness, and today's video is going to be me altering the floor in my rustic camper. If you watched the last video, you would have seen me do some sick vintage lighting, talk a little bit about off-grid electrics, and talk about how I'm going to alter my floor and basically why I need to alter it. So my mattress is going to go right on this scaffold floor, but I talked about how I've had a mattress on the floor at my mum's house for the last 2 years and how I've never had like a damp problem or any mildew build up or mould in the mattress. But I did some research after a few people mentioned it, and basically cold air means that moisture can kind of hold itself in your mattress for longer in a van because of the colder air, and it can build into mould and like and create mildew, and it can make you ill and it can ruin your adventure. It can ruin your adventure. So I think I'm just gonna just change it. It's gonna be the easier option, isn't it? Let's be honest. So I'm gonna cut some like pallets up to size, and I'm gonna make pallet slats. So kind of reclaimed bed. So that's the job for today. And as well, I bought some cute little fairy lights. They're like tiny. It's like wire. They're tiny, and I'm gonna wrap it around all of my conduit that I did in my last video. If you didn't watch my last video, go and watch it now because you're missing now. I'm just going to quickly show you all of this conduit in the daylight, show you what it looks like. So there you have it. This is the lights in the daytime. You can see those LED lamps just chilling. And then you've got all of that conduit and those bends. And then you've got the plug sockets going on there with that brushed brass finish. I think they're like acid wash or acid dip, something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but they look so good. And I used metal clad back boxes, so it has a nice contrast. And then you have like the main junction over there just chilling out, and then it goes all the way along here, done like a little flick, and then that comes down, and that light fits like a loop the loop. And then my last one is this one that's kind of just like a bit of an elbow, and the lamp broke as I was putting it in, so I've got to order a new one. And for anybody that's wondering what van I converted, it's a Volkswagen T5 transporter van, 07 plate. I'm not gonna lie, it's quite a pretty van, that VW. So before I get into adjusting these boards here with that tool there and that table there, I'm gonna install these lights here. Please, dear old Mother Nature, please do not rain. Please don't rain. Please.
They say humans are social animals. They can't live alone. But you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
I underestimated how long these LEDs would take to wrap around a bit of tube. I've got about 2 hours of daylight left, so I'm going to do the routing on the boards first, and then we're going to carry on with these when it gets dark, or as it gets dark. Okay, so I'm going to take 1, 2, 3 boards out, and then I'm going to slap from that board to that board.
Distanced yourself from the whole
thing. So like I was saying in the last video, you can see my tools fit perfectly in there, just in front of where that crate is. And this is the idea of the floor. So they're all routed in right the way along. That way the mattress will sit flush, and then the mattress will fit kind of just into there, so it will look like it's a scaffold floor, but the mattress can still breathe with the slats. And it also allows for me to be able to clean the floor a bit easier as well. Right, I'm going to use this Rust-Oleum wax stuff to put a top coat on that cabinet now. Time has come again when I need to buy more stuff. Some 500 amp battery isolators here. I need 2 of these. 2. And to basket. Next of all, you've got some of these. These are basically just a voltage meter for the battery, so I can keep an eye on how much charge I have. I'm actually going to need one of these for a job I'm doing as well, so I'm going to have 2 of these. These are just cheap and cheerful. So last of all on today's list of things to buy is going to be some of these roof rails. So basically they have a rail that fits into the channels in the van roof, and then they have 2 bars that go across. And the idea with this is that I'm going to build like a pallet roof rack on top of this, and then I'm going to set my solar panel into it. And I'm basically going to like build some pieces at the front that angle upwards both sides, so that the air flows over the roof rack rather than it being like a wind stop. So you'll see that unfold. So I'm going to buy this, and I've shopped around a little bit, and this is the best price. Right, now to paint these. So you're going to need a brush to clean. You're going to need some masking tape to mask up all the bits that you don't want to get paint on. You're going to need a stick, because the stick is to stir the paint. Next you're going to need a paintbrush. I bought a new one because I destroyed the other one. Next of all, you're going to need some undercoat so that it comes through gloss. I don't even know why you have an undercoat. Somebody explain that to me in the comments, thank you. And last of all, you're going to need some pure brilliant white gloss, non-drip gloss. This was given to me by my mum's other half. Thank you very much, David, for giving me that. And this was from a job that I done a little while ago. I did get given some undercoat by David, but I'm using the Dulux stuff because it's branded and that might mean it's better. Cool. To be straight honest, I don't even know why I painted it. I don't actually know why I painted it. I think it's because a little bit of the boards are still going to be on show. I could have just painted those, but I suppose I know the paint's underneath and it's had a proper job, instead of just painting the bits you see and leaving the rest as natural wood colour. But yeah, I don't know why I bothered. But there you go. savage. Absolutely savage. Check this out. Oh, that fiery goodness. These didn't really burn very well. I don't care. It still looks good. Just the way the grain comes out, man. Who the hell invented this? And I know exactly who invented it. It was the Canadians out in, well, the Canadian lumberjacks actually. So out in the forests, and they didn't have waterproofing varnishes and stuff back in all them centuries ago. So yeah, they used to fire the wood and it would seal it and stop the bacteria from being able to grow in the wood. Therefore it wouldn't rot, therefore their hut would last for years and years. I'm going to varnish these now though, to bring out all that golden goodness. So the stuff I'm using here is polyurethane floor varnish from a very well-known branded hardware store. And this is perfect stuff, so it's the floor stuff. That's all those varnished and golden as hell. Vibing out. Just look at that darkness. So the guy that originally inspired me to use this burnt rustic effect, he's called Mr. Rustic, funny enough, and his name's Ben. I'll link his Instagram in the description. Go down there and check it out after the video. So he basically makes furniture out of reclaimed wood. He uses like pallets, scaffold boards, like oak beams out of houses. So yeah, that's where this idea's come from. So this is what my shabby chic cabinet looks like all finished up. I bought the hinges, the handle and the button latch on eBay. I think the whole lot come to about a tenner. The handle's got quite a nice pattern on it. And these are like, they're like rustic kind of vibe. And the button latch is literally just standard black. Nice, cheap and easy to find. So the idea of this is that the latch holds it on and then the whole thing pulls down. I was going to have it opening outwards, but I'm not quite sure how high up the mattress would come. So the idea was that if I pulled it down, it would always fall on top of the mattress rather than trying to open out onto a high mattress. So hopefully there's no issues and that's all working fine. But yeah, I'll be able to get all my clothes in there. I don't really have that many, so nice and accessible. Glad I'm not a painter and decorator, I'll tell you that. So that's it, all glossed up, looking absolutely dope. All completely whited out, down the little nooks and crannies. And I done the inside edge of here as well. So I'll be able to put a mattress on there and start getting the thing back together. As well, I'm gonna make sun visors out of old penny boards. So if you have any wooden penny boards that would go here, let me know in the comments if you want to send me something and I'll put the address in the description. That would be appreciated. Oh, and as well, I wasn't happy with the light, so I changed them so they match like this one here. So they all look in keeping now, and I still need to get a lamp for that. Last but not least, I finished putting those little fairy lights all the way around to here. I bought 20 meters and it was enough to go from there up to here, all the way to there, and all the way back round to here, and then all the way back round again and back down. So it doubled up so they look more intense. I think they look so good. And it's nice to kind of just have a bit of differentiation with the light in there. Right, that's the end of today's video. My next video is going to be making my roof rack, and I'm going to set my solar panel in it so it's less stealable, so people can't see it from like the outside of the van. And then what else am I going to do on that video? Do the rest of the electrics to get it like wired in the panel, like with the controller, and get all my cables to like the battery bank and get that all set up. So thank you for watching. My name's Josh Avenden. You're watching Josh's Happiness. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, tap the bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.